This is the video for routine 101 of the perspective game. First, it sets the P control register to the sky's picture number. Then it sets RS to 0, TS to 250, WS 400, and the XY value to 800, 125. What we need to remember here is that pictures, it's the center of the picture. We know that the tree values start at 600. Well, yes, 200 less than 400 is 600. This is the middle of the area between 600 and 1000. And we know that the picture is the first 150 pixels for Y, but here it says, no, it's the center, 125 pixels down, and then it says show the sky. Well, next it's going to do the ground. It sets the control register for pictures to the ground PS. Rotation again to 0, tall 250, wide 400, and X and Y position 200, 125. Well, now this is going to be shown on canvas 5. So actually, when you think about it, this is really the upper left-hand corner is going to be 0, 0, because 200 is half of the width and 125 is half of the height. It's going to show that on canvas 5. That's the canvas that's a work canvas and is never shown on the screen. Then it adds 400 to X and shows it a second time. So it's showing the picture of the ground twice, one after the other. That's because it needs something twice as wide, because the ground is always going to be moving. But you're not going to realize it. It repeats, though, after 400 pixels. It starts and repeats again. The next thing it says, it sets TS to 80, WS to 400, X and Y position to 0, 0. Now we're dealing with rectangles, so it wants the position of the upper left-hand corner, not the center of it. And then it sets O, the control register for gets, to 1, and then does a get of that picture. Next, it sets XS to the ground value, the current ground position of X for the first picture we're going to show. Then it subtracts the offset from it, but it says if it's not greater than or equal to 0, we're going to set it back to 400. We're going to say, repeat the picture again. And it's going to go from 0 to 400 and then back to 0 to 400 again. But people viewing the picture won't realize that the picture is going around in a circle. Next it says set Y to 0, O to 2. That's to the second picture number for a get. Then it sets XS to that ground position, and then subtracts the offset for that ground position, and then make sure that it, now remember, it's traveling at a different speed, the ground is. At front, they're traveling faster, but as you go back in the picture, the ground is moving slower. Then again, it makes sure that that doesn't get less than 0. When it does, it sets it back to 400 again. Alright, that's the end of this part. Now I'm going to change it to the rest. Now this is the rest of that routine. We were doing this, the second moving ground sets YS to 0, the value of that one to 3, and does a get for that. So now it has all the pictures. Now it has to show them on the screen. So now it goes to canvas 2 to show them. That is a canvas that will be on the screen. Sets the value of UV to 600, 170. Because down here it's going to use a put. And a put doesn't use X and Y, but U and V. Then it sets the picture number, that is for a put, to 1. So it puts it on the screen. Now this is the ground that isn't moving, but it's so far back in the trees you don't even see the ground. Then it adds 80 to it, sets the control register for a put picture to 2, and puts that one. That's where the ground is moving fairly slowly. Then it does the next put, which is for the faster moving ground. And then it goes home. Now we could go look at the picture. Here we see it appearing that the ground is moving with the trees. If the ground wasn't moving, well, it would look like the trees are flying. But further back here, 80 pixels back, here where actually the animals are, the ground is moving a little slower back there, again because of the factor of the perspective, from the front to the back. Remember, there's 4 trees here, but back here there's 40 trees. Well, this is the end of the video for this routine of the perspective game.